Hey, what's going on, everybody? Austin and Patrick here from Obscure Reference to react to a new Marvel trailer. That's right, the first one this week, totally not the second. This time, it's Captain America's time. And boy, howdy, I've seen a couple of things across the internet this morning. I don't know about you, Austin, but
All I've seen is the Red Hulk. I know that's going to be there.
what? No way. Yeah, ooh, that Harrison Ford. Ooh,
Just
well,
keeps showing up in our blockbusters.
big blockbusters only to get. Anyway, I was about to spoil Star Wars Episode 7, but we won't do that today. We won't do that tomorrow. We're here to watch Captain America. So if you're ready to click play on that bad boy, let's get right to it. Okay,
Wilson.
there
Straight
he
into the
is.
Oval
Oh,
Office.
Thanks for
The
coming
man
in.
himself.
Well, thank you for the invite, sir. I have to admit,
He's
I'm
still
very
the
interested in your look.
They said lose the mustache,
what is it?
or lose the election.
oh, what's it?
Secretary of
You and I
the War or
have
something.
always agreed in the past.
Sorry, I'm locked in
I
on
want
this.
to make another
I didn't
run
hear a
at
word you
making
said.
Captain America an official military position.
Oh,
And if we disagree on how to manage this situation,
Hmm.
then what happens?
So we're just redoing Civil War.
Work with me, Sam.
sort of.
We'll show the world a better way forward.
Interesting. Whoa,
Uh-oh.
Isaiah. Oh, okay, I'm interested.
Sir, your inner
Okay.
circle's been compromised. Either you can't see that, or you don't want to. What if it's a trap?
Oh, it's
What
what's
is
his face?
happening there?
Global power is shifting.
Oh, that was. Ooh, okay, okay.
You're just a pawn.
There's a lot.
So
to
many
break
things are
apart here.
happening.
We'll have to break apart here. Oh, cool.
That was a sick shot.
You may be Captain America, but you're
may
not
be
Steve
Captain
Rogers.
America. So who could he be?
You're right. I'm not.
Do you like his new suit? I'll admit it. Okay, okay.
We really got some.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay, that's okay. All right, that's fine.
that's how they get you right at the end.
Uh-huh. Wowee, Austin, what a trailer we just watched. That was boy howdy. Boy howdy.
How Captain America 50s of you that.
Golly gee.
That had that had a lot of oh fuck, I'm gonna blank on the name. Captain America 2, whatever it was.
Oh, Winter
vibes.
Soldier vibes, yeah.
Winter Soldier, there you go.
It was like a mix of that with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier vibes. I think, at least. Maybe that's just because we saw Torres from that show. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's from that show. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got my wires mixed a little bit. But,
That one was really about as bare bones to the story as you could really get. I mean, like, on the story there of just Captain America as part of the military, which again I don't really understand because we already have the Sokovia Accords. So
well, those are gone. I'm pretty sure.
I know, but I'm
Okay.
just saying we did this where we made them all part of the, well, not the U.S. government, but the UN, and then they disbanded that very quickly because they want
Mhm.
Infinity War instead of actually following that story. But so
Yeah.
I think that's the only part of it there that I was kind of like, I don't know. Part obviously Harrison Ford as a villain, or like, not, I should say that Harrison Ford as a anti-hero is
Yeah.
obviously what he does really well.
I agree.
So put him right into that right role. I have been and probably will continue to be mixed on our new Captain America, but I'm going to go see the movie and give him a shot for
Mhm.
a whole movie, and then make kind of a true determination after.
Yeah. No, I think I came in with a lot of apprehensions just with all the drama going, not necessarily drama, but all the reshoots, all the rewrites, everything that's been going on behind the scenes. The whole drama with that one actress that wasn't in the trailer still, and yeah, there's a whole lot of mess with that. But learning, getting tidbits of what the plot might be about had me excited. And then watching it, seeing it in motion, seeing follow up on what happened in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier with Torres's character making a return, I think shows it got me excited for this. Got me more pumped than I thought I would be for this. Um, we see Giancarlo Esposito. I think he's great in whatever he's in. I have no idea who he's playing.
Agreed.
Now, this is the first project officially where Harrison Ford is taking over as Thaddeus Ross. And I didn't expect them to throw any nods to that in the trailer, and they did. I was like, okay, neat. Talked about no more mustache, because I'm not entirely convinced Harrison Ford can grow a mustache like William Hurt could. But
Sure.
so there's that. That got me more excited than I thought it would. So
I will say that you could. There was, I don't know if they're like necessarily distinct styles, but when you had a close-up shot where it was like an action scene, in a smaller area, it looked like it was shot well and had kind of good color grading and all that. And then when they to like the wide shots where it was all CGI,
yeah,
it was not great. So we'll chalk that up to reshoots for now, given that the reshoots were happening like a month ago.
very recent. Yeah.
So I'll give them a pass temporarily, but as we see more, I hope that they flesh that out, because that shot with all of the Japanese cherry trees did not look great.
No, all you have to do is look at the thumbnail for the trailer. Yeah, it does not look good.
Yeah.
That was another tweet I saw floating around this morning. It had that image and it said, "Hi, I'm Captain America and I'm actually in this location." It's like, yeah, when you say it like that.
But then when you got the shot like with his shield over his head and the two taser sticks like into it, that's a great shot, right? Because
Yeah.
you're up close. It's real actors. I mean, they're probably not in a submarine or whatever they were in.
No, that's a set for sure.
It's mostly focused on the actors, the part where it looks a lot better. So
Mm-hmm.
overall, the aesthetic of it, I think, like I said, gives very much Winter Soldier vibes with the kind of like noir, like spy thriller. Noir is not the word. Spy thriller kind
Yeah.
of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, everyone was a big fan of that. I'm not the biggest fan of that movie, but from an aesthetic, I don't hate that.
Yeah. No, I think that in this day and age, it's hard to do a Captain America story that isn't that. I think it worked really well for Steve Rogers because Winter Soldier kind of disillusioned him with his respect and admiration for the government. Then Civil War brought that full circle where he full out rebelled against them. Here we have Sam Wilson, who has just been on that side since the beginning. We saw that in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We see it here when Ross is telling him, "Hey, we're going to work together." And you even see it in someone else like Isaiah, who has a super soldier serum in him and is, something's up with him. We're not entirely sure what's up with that. So I'm very curious to see what they're able to do with this sort of Captain America, who's already been through the arc that Steve Rogers went through, but was like that from like the beginning pretty much. So I'll be curious to see what they're able to do with that. Because I think Sam's an interesting character. I just don't think we've gotten a whole lot of good story out of him yet. I didn't love The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I do think it was a good tease of what we could have with him as Captain America.
Yeah, I have notably on this channel been a not big Anthony Mackie fan, so I continue to be reserved.
You love 8 Mile.
Yes. That's the decent performance, although he's not, whatever, not great. Anyway, the one question I have coming out of this trailer is, why is the Hulk here? I mean, obviously, I know that the character Thaddeus Ross is here, but like, we saw nothing of any villain that would live up to the level of you needing a Hulk or a hero for that matter. Like, whatever side he falls on, in, kind of scenario. But there was nothing there that was like, okay, we're gonna really need the Red Hulk to be here to deal with this.
Do you know who the Red Hulk is?
Like it's Harrison Ford's character, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not-
So I'm saying I understand like why functionally like Thaddeus Ross is here, so I understand that the Hulk is here. But I'm saying in terms of like need for the Red Hulk to show up to actually fight on either side, there's no force that equates to needing him. Like from what we saw, it was mostly like guys with guns.
Sure.
Even, and Esposito is who we know to be so far the main like baddie. You don't need the Hulk to deal with him.
Yeah, but I almost wonder if it's a story of Captain America kind of going against the president and how they deal with Giancarlo Esposito, and that's when he hulks out in order to take down both Captain America and then whoever Giancarlo Esposito is.
I
There,
could believe that, but even then I'm not convinced we need the Hulk for that.
right, it's not necessarily so much a need because I think when Thaddeus transforms into the Hulk, it's more of he wants to get shit done. It's not necessarily of do we need this. It's I want to make sure you fucking learn your lesson kind of a thing. So it could be something like that. I don't know how much I want to get into what the movie is probably going to be about. I do know that there are some characters that have been missing from the MCU that are making their big return here, notably from a certain movie about a certain Hulk. And I think that's going to tie into why Thunderbolt Ross is the way he is in this movie and where we're going from here.
We're gonna get Abomination. That's what you're telling me.
No, not Abomination. The other villain teased in the Incredible Hulk, and that's. I mean, it's official news. It's official that that guy was cast. So I don't have a problem saying it, but if we don't want to talk about it, I won't talk about it.
I mean, I'm fine with it. It's up to you.
Okay, it's the leader. He'll be coming in. He's got the big brain in the comics. Not sure what role he'll have to play. Look him up. Look him up. He's got a big brain. He's a six head.
No, I know. It's just a funny way to say it.
Yeah.
I get it. I just say it.
No, it's pretty accurate, and I don't know what role he'll have to play, how he'll fit in with Giancarlo Esposito and the Red Hulk. I do know that we've already gotten Scar, the Son of Hulk, revealed in She-Hulk, so we're clearly building up to something World War Hulk related. What that looks like, I think this is just the start of it. That's just my theory anyway, a game theory.
So if that's the case, now I have a question of how are they going to put that on the screen? Because when they put MODOK on the screen, that was not great.
No, and you could, with the leader specifically, it would be a little. It's easier to do because he really is just a green human with like a slightly bigger forehead. I think you could pass it off in the MCU as just being like slightly longer head. Doesn't have to be Chaotic Mundi levels of big, but I don't know. As long as it's slightly abnormal, I think you get the message across. Because you're right. I think even looking at something like She-Hulk or other characters that like MODOK, it's like, well, we don't need to go completely out of this world to make it look different than what we know. So
That kind of, if what you're saying is true about World War Hulk, we are so all over the place. Not that this is not breaking, but the MCU in these phases are so all over the place that it's like, what are we really like even doing here? Like, we know there's all the Kang stuff. We know about the multiverse stuff. We know about the fact that the Young Avengers are supposed to be coming. Like, we're also, supposed to be doing World War Hulk. Like, we're getting the X-Men coming in, however that happens. Deadpool, Wolverine, and all of that. Like, what is happening? When are we going to start tying these things together?
yeah, well, I think it is important to note. I don't know. Someone told me that I read somewhere that Captain America was the start of phase. No, that's not true. I think it because Thunderbolts will be the end of Phase 6. No, Ace 5. Oh my God, Phase 5. I don't know. I think after that we'll start tying things up. I'm not sure how, quite honestly, because you're right. There is a lot of dangling plot threads that we're dealing with here. Especially if we do want to fit in World War Hulk before we deal with all the multiverse stuff and wrap that up. So I don't know where things are going, and part of that excites me, but part of that does concern me because then how do we wrap it up in a timely manner? Because I want to get to X-Men, and I don't think we get to that until after Phase 6 is done.
Yeah, you're probably. I'm probably more bullish on the idea of the X-Men being here. Basically, I would at this point believe that after Deadpool and Wolverine, they will exist as part of the MCU. Um, but I mean, that's obviously a hunch. We haven't got to that yet.
Right. Yeah.
The other thing I'll say about this is February for a release of this is an interesting decision.
Yeah, on the 14th, right?
Something like that. I'm I'm a little surprised. I don't know what does their I'll have to look this up. I don't know what their release schedule is for next year, but does that mean we're gonna have we would have to have at least three, right? They're gonna have a summer one, and then they have to have an end of year Marvel movie?
It might
Or
even just be two. I'm trying to remember. I know they're starting to scale back on that stuff. I'm gonna look it up too.
because
I
like
honestly
that
don't know.
feels like a really weird. So obviously we've got Deadpool and Wolverine that's about to come out.
Mm-hmm.
That's their summer.
That's
Then
the
we've
only
got
movie this year.
yeah. Then we've got Brave New World February 14th.
Oh shit.
We've got okay Thunderbolts, which it's I guess this is what a projection for May 5th. I don't know. Then we've got Fantastic Four in summer, and then Blade. So that's four movies
Blade's not
this
happening
next
next
year.
year. I don't think Blade's happening next year.
Yeah, that's probably true. So then what they're gonna have an open slot, which I mean they probably won't fill, but like
No.
you're gonna have a very open end of the year then from the MCU. You better hope that the Fantastic Four is a hit.
It's gotta be. I mean, I don't think it's that hard to nail a Fantastic Four movie, and yet we've gotten a couple duds.
Three of them, and we've got maybe half of one good one.
No, I'd argue the original two are actually pretty okay. Not great, but
Yeah,
I do think they captured
they're
the tone of the
okay, which
Fantastic
adds
Four.
together to be one solid one.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I can see them. I don't know. Next year's God, I cannot in my head believe that they're doing Blade next year. I think they pushed
Probably
Fantastic
not.
Four into that fall slot, and I think we call it a day. I think that's what
Then they're
happens.
not gonna have a summer drop.
Okay. No, okay. Maybe they do Thunderbolts then. I don't know. Thunderbolts, having that May release really throws a wrench into things. It doesn't. I don't fucking know.
Anyway, back to the actual trailer at hand.
Hmm.
It's an interesting question to me with Harrison Ford being Thaddeus Ross because, like, is he really gonna like come do five movies? Like, seems pretty unlikely. Like, it feels to me
Yeah.
like Red Hulk shows up as a big part of this movie, and then is like maybe a part of one or two movies in a small role beyond that, which would make me believe that World War Hulk is probably not a thing, and I'm sure he's gone by the next Avengers movie.
Yeah, we'll see. I just don't know why else you'd introduce Hulk's son from Sakaar if you're not going to go that route, you know? It just feels like a big, oh, well, shit, he's here too, and he's there for like maybe 5 seconds at the end of She-Hulk, so
Yeah, well, I think that kind of ties into our. I'm not sure that Marvel knows what they want to do, Kang stuff. So, like, I think
shit.
they're kind of lost on the whole thing and just trying to find a landing point of like, what do people like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, and I think that was a lot of what Phase 4 was, just kind of throwing shit out and seeing whatever stuck. That was also a different release strategy that they had with Bob Chapek, whoever was in charge of Disney at that point. And then Bob Iger stepped in. He's like, "Hey, let's slow it down a little bit." So we'll see. I honestly have no idea, but I am reading now. I'm looking at the Wikipedia for this. Apparently, Seth freaking Rollins is in this
I
movie.
saw that.
That excites me a lot. That's probably why he just returned to WWE's because he's doing reshoots. All right. Anyway, mystery solved. Oh my gosh. So I mentioned this in the first take we had of this because this is totally our first take. But there was an interview with Harrison Ford asking if he was going to Hulk out in this movie, if he was going to become the Red Hulk. And, do you know what he
Yeah.
said?
Who?
Exactly. Exactly. So
I respect it.
I don't know why I believed that because everything was pointing to Red Hulk showing up in this movie, and then he just said that, and I believed him. I don't know why I did. So seeing that poster with Red Hulk like crushing Cap's shield. It was like, you know. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's a fun little.
Shout out to Liv Tyler coming back to play Betty Ross.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Shout out to that. She's an okay actress. Anyway. I've
Wow.
only seen her in Hulk.
She just caught a stray so hard for no reason.
I've only seen her in The Incredible Hulk. I'm sorry. What else has she been in besides Armageddon? Tell me that.
That was just ended. That was.
No, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. What else has she been in that's worth recommending? All right. Okay, Lord of the Rings. All right. Never mind. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Made it to the end of the video. Proud of you. You know what else you should do? You should hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Be sure to tune into our live streams. Check out some of these videos that I've put up here around me for you to check out and enjoy. That is all.